Hi, everybody. My name is Victoria. I go to Martin Van Buren. I'm 15 years old, and welcome to Heritage Heroes.
Hi, my name is Bianca Costa. I go to Growing Up Green Middle School number 2 and I'm 12 years old. I've heard that you play many instruments. What kind of instruments do you play?
I play the shakeré, I play the bell, and I play the drums occasionally.
How does music impact in being an activist nowadays?
Music is one of the easiest ways to get to people. We have a lot of movement music. Hip hop was a movement music for young people who were resisting the system back in the 70s. And then you had freedom marches and songs during the 50s and the 60s. And then you have music like jazz and blues and rock and roll. These are all types of music that reflect the times that the people are going through, what they're feeling. It records their history, their culture, what's going on politically. So music is the most wonderful and universal way to get to people.
Okay. In the past, have there ever been any consequences that you had to deal with on being an activist?
There's always a consequence about being an activist. When you're speaking against justice, you got to know that the people that are imposing or oppressing or repressing you are going to look at you as if you were wrong. But as long as you continue to stand up and right and don't be afraid, you'll make the changes and you'll change the ways for a lot of other people. So
I've heard somewhere that drums can talk. How is that possible? Is that real?
Yes, drums do talk. They have different rhythms. You have the wan wan ko, you have senke, you have rumba, you have cha-cha. You have all these different rhythms that go on. In Ghana, you had the ajua, which is the dance for the queens. You have the drums for war. You have drums that bring the people in gathering together, like on my village in Africa. We have 3 drum calls. One comes at 4 o'clock. The next one comes at 5:30, 5 o'clock, and the other one is like around 7. So that the 4 o'clock, 4:30 is to wake up the fire starter, because in my village in Ghana, they were still using fire to set up for breakfast, getting things done. So that usually wakes up the mother or the person who starts the fire. The first roll of drums that they hear, they get up, then they start gathering the wood and starting the fire, and then the family rolls in.
Okay. Has anyone tried to bring you down in any way?
Yeah, but they have not been successful. That's one of the things you gotta know. People will try to bring you down, but it's not how about they bring you down, it's about how you get up. When you get up, are you better than when you got knocked down? Did you learn your lesson? Are you a better fighter when you come up? Did you come up swinging? Did you go back to the corner and just quit? No. Yes, I've had some people that did try me, and I'm here today. And a lot of them are gone. How about that?
We know that you lived in Ghana. When can we go?
As soon as I get some funds, I'm going to be taking y'all with me. I would love to take young people to Ghana. I would love to take them to Africa. It's totally different anything about what they heard about. It's an experience you need to know. Young people need to travel. You need to travel. When I say that, I mean you really need to travel to see the people. Not just to travel to go to the La Playa and then play the music and dance and have a good time and do the salsa. No, you need to travel to go out into the village, to learn and talk, learn about people's ways. Talk to the elders, talk to the medicine people, talk to people who have been fighting for the indigenous people for so long. When I say indigenous, every country has their problems, and there's always someone, there's always enough people for that country, for that town, for that city, for that village. There's always someone that's always going to speak up and help them to do better. So when you travel, you need to find out more about the country, what's going on, not just not just the fun stuff, but the other stuff, and so that you can learn.
As a young individual who loves researching about people and writing them and showing them to my teachers, what is one way that I could show it around the world?
The one way you can show it around the world is be yourself, connect with other people, interview them, let them tell their stories, so that this way here you'll have a collection and you'll have enough evidence. One thing that I like about media, when it's good media like what Law does, is that it actually is something that is recorded. The person said it, they can't change it after it's recorded. It's captured, and you can encapsulate it in time, like it becomes timeless.
I have a very quick question. Who is Marcus Garvey?
Okay, Marcus Messiah Garvey, who I love very much, and Malcolm's mother and father were Garveyites. Marcus Garvey was a black man. He was from Jamaica. He came to New York. He was a merchant seaman. He went around all around the world, and he kept seeing that black people were forced to live and work in subhuman conditions. So he decided that he wanted to rise them up, let them know that their true history, who they were, and he started organizing them in their comfort zone. If you was a nurse, then you became a part of the nurses' brigade. If you was a soldier, then you became a part of the battalion or the local militia that would help the people in the community. If you were a baker, a farmer, or whatever, he just took all the people's talents, all of what they had, all of their resources, and unified them. And I'm mystified because I'm waiting for you young people to do what he did. He unified over 3 million black people all over the world, in Latin America, America, South America, Jamaica, Africa, everything, built ships and everything. And he didn't have a computer. So I'm waiting for y'all to come up so that y'all can do it for yourselves.
What is your 5-year plan?
Well, 68, I'll be 73. Or okay, my 5-year plan is, number one, to start my business in Ghana, West Africa. Again, I have a food project. It's a bread and juice bar because we're in the rainforest. We're in the national rainforest up there. So what I would like to do is have a bread and juice bar where we can make bread and send the bread out to local hotels, to the women in the village, sell really good bread, healthy bread, have a juice bar so we can have juices and sell juices to people, and have tourists, have tourism, and young people come to the village for internships to work with the village. So to have like a chalet and a cultural exchange program, with teachers and artists, and people can come and share their talents and teach, and just, let people be people.
What is a sackfoot and what does it have to do with us?
Huh?
a sacra. I don't know how to say it.
Sankofa?
Yeah, that. I'm so sorry.
I knew what you was talking about. You said sack. Okay, Sankofa is a Ghanaian. It's a Ghanaian symbol. It's a Ghanaian symbol. Either you'll see it as a bird that looks backwards. And what it means is that you have to go back to your past to know what you're going to be able to do for the future. But when you see the bird, it also means go back and fetch all those golden eggs, all those good things from the past and bring it forward. And when you see it as a heart, it means that it stays in your heart, that you learn everything from your past. What was bad, you know you won't do. What was not good, you know is not good for you. What is good, you continue and you let it go forward. So it's all about love. It's all about righteousness. It's all about staying forward, staying true to yourself. And it's all about community. Sankofa is about community. It's not just about you. It's about the whole community, whatever that community might be. It could be the South Bronx. It could be Jamaica, Queens. It can be in Aston Crew, where my village is. You know, it can be South Africa. It can be anywhere. But it's all about using what is good from the past, taking it forward, making the new a standard bearer for the next generation to look back and say, oh, you know, these young people, they did this, and now we're going to do it. So, like that.
Tell us about your latest community service award.
Okay. I got a community service award from a foundation called Robin Hood. And anybody knows what Robin Hood is about? He steals from the rich and gives to the poor.
I might have heard it.
And this happened in England, Sherwood Forest. They gave me a New Yorker award for awarding me, for honoring me, for continuing and doing my work in the community, the things that I do. I did some work for the homeless when myself was homeless. And I stood up and I stood for something that was right, and I helped other women along the way. So that's what I got it for standing up for what is right, and not just for me, but making a path for other women, family, men, community to know, like, oh, well, she did it. She won that fight. And I won a good fight, and I won it for not just for myself, but for other folks.
I'm in love with your voice. Your voice is a very strong impact into us individual kids. Thank you for participating with me today. I loved interviewing you. I hope I could see you again very soon.
Oh, you'll see me soon. My brother here, Lars here, you'll see me again. And thank you so much. And thank you for saying that my voice is very soothing, because sometimes I think it's awfully annoying.
It's very strong. I guess
Thank
I think
you.
that's why
Thank you.
a bunch of people impact, because they know that the way that you change our community is the way that we might be able to change it in the future.
Yes, and stay forward always. Never go backwards. Don't back down. Stand up tall and be strong. That's the only way we can do it.